I like to draw and paint when I'm travelling, and I've got quite a few sketches here which give you a little idea of what I'm doing. This one was done just before lockdown, actually, maybe 4 or 5 weeks before. I was in Wales in February, and I went to Skomer lighthouse, and there is a kind of lookout, a sheltered lookout area, and I stood in there. It was pretty cold and windy, but at least it was a bit sheltered, and using pen and ink, which is quite quick to work with, I drew the lighthouse. Another one in Wales, which was done on a sunnier day, this was one of Powis Castle, which I did some time ago now. But Wales, a really good and regular source of ideas when I go there. This one was from Seville in, no, not Seville, Córdoba, yeah. This is the cathedral at Córdoba, and a guide was giving a tour, and I kept slipping off and doing little bits more. This one was Ronda last year, looking out in Spain, looking out over the fields, this network of fields with the different patterns and quite bleached colour. It had been so hot for so long that the colours were quite dry, burnt looking really. This one was done in Brittany a while ago, quite a while ago, of some standing stones. I remember getting badly bitten by mosquitoes at the time. This one was February in Venice a few years ago, standing in the fish market, and I was using a coloured paper and some white ink, a little bit of watercolour I put on afterwards, but again, cold time, they didn't have to worry too much about keeping the fish fresh in that sort of temperature. Quite different was when I went to USA, to New Mexico and Arizona. I had an Arts Council grant to travel and research on Route 66, and this is one of the photographs that I had at the time. It was a great place to see all these deserted, ruined gas stations, old signs, and the old Route 66 runs pretty much parallel to the new highway, and you can see why all these places have just been really ignored since the new highway was built. They go straight past, no one looks really. This was a photo etching of gas pumps, and I was trying to capture that hot, dusty, dry kind of feeling. They were out in the desert, these. I mean, we were just driving. There was absolutely nothing, and we came across this, and I couldn't resist using it as a photo for photo etching. This one was from where we visited Three Rivers in New Mexico, and we saw thousands of examples of rock art known as petroglyphs. And these are some of the shapes that I saw, and they've been layered up. You can see other shapes below them. I was feeling that, you know, the time that they've been there, carved into these rocks, was just amazing. And the colour here of the desert was what I was trying to show in that one. But yeah, travels not very possible at the moment, and even a trip to Wales is out of the question during lockdown, but we will go when we can.